Good morning everyone and welcome to another vlog. This is gonna be a little bit different than just like my normal day in the lives or weekend lives or whatever, because over the past like a specific like 5 days, if you saw my last video, I was feeling very anxious. I've been trying to do like things that make me happy to myself, no social media, no phone, and it's been like the best week ever for my mental, not for the world, but besides the point. I've just realized how many hobbies I have started having over the last few years. I feel like in high school and college, well, high school I did cheer and it was my entire life. Like I had practice every single day and every single weekend was competitions and stuff. So I did not have a life or time to have hobbies because I was in school. And then college, I think I got so caught up in like the social stuff, and then school, and then it was COVID and I started being a big reader. But I never really feel like I've had time for hobbies until being post-grad and having social media as my job. And that makes me so sad because I feel like having hobbies is so important to having a fulfilling life. And I feel like I always ask people now, like, what are your hobbies outside of work and school and your phone? I love learning that about people because people do have hobbies like golf, playing pickleball. Reading is such a big thing for everyone right now. Just doing fun little things. I know people have such niche ones like knitting and needlepoint. I would love to be able to do that. And just like fun things like that. And I feel like learning that about someone is so interesting for me. And also I want this video to be like basically just me showing you all of my weird little hobbies that I do. Not weird, but like my hobbies that I do throughout a week to bring joy and fulfillment to my life outside of a screen. I guess some of it could be on a screen, but like for me, most of them are outside of it and like give me time to be my true self with no one else watching. I mean, and now you guys are gonna be watching, but I just thought it could be really fun and maybe it would like help you if you're someone who feels like you get really caught up in work and school, which I know that's really hard to find time for yourself outside of that, but maybe on the weekends or a day off, you'd be able to implement like a fun little hobby to bring more joy into your life, more time for yourself, more things that bring you happiness outside of friendships and your phone. So this video is going to be following me over the next few days of just what I would normally do. I mean, maybe I'll like cram more in just so I can show you, because obviously I'm not going to be like reading, writing, playing the guitar, painting, walking every single day, but I'm gonna do it for this video. So I just wanted to like share that with you and I thought it'd be fun. This video is gonna be me and my hobbies, and if you want to watch me and hang out and talk and do these fun things together, then that's what this video is going to be. So enjoy. Out to the backyard, set up all my painting stuff because I think this is the first thing we're gonna do. Normally I would just like paint at my kitchen table, but right now I have a tablecloth on it and I don't want to stain it, and it's a beautiful perfect day outside, so I thought why not come do this picnic style. I just have this watercolor set that I got on Amazon. I've used it for years and it's still in perfect condition. I have my paintbrushes right here in my cute little heart base with water in it. I have these markers in case I need to like use markers or something, and I need to decide what I want to paint because I don't really even have an idea. I need to brainstorm real quick. Maybe like a food or flowers or something. Also, just FYI, I'm not good at painting. Like it's not like I'm talented at it, I just enjoy it. Also, I just got out of the shower, that's why I look like I have soaking wet hair, because I do. I'm gonna maybe go on Pinterest or something and look up if I find anything I want to paint. I need some inspo. Okay, I just found this painting of like a cake on a cake stand, and I kind of want to do that because my birthday is this week. So why not do a little birthday cake? I don't know how I'm gonna achieve it, but we're gonna try. Also, I feel like this is a good reminder, me doing this, that you don't have to be good at something for it to be your hobby. Like, you can be bad at it. Nobody's judging you, there's no competition. Even if there was, if you're still having fun, it doesn't matter if you're good or not. That's my philosophy, because if I had to be good at everything, I'd have no hobbies. Also, while I do this, it's the perfect time to listen to audiobooks. I love, there is nothing more therapeutic than listening to an audiobook while you paint or draw or anything like that. Like, it actually might be my favorite activity in the world because you're doing like 2 tasks at once. Currently listening to Vow of Thieves. I'm almost done. Sorry, there's an airplane. I'm gonna listen to this right now and continue my drawing slash painting. Okay, I just finished my sketch. I tried to do it as light as possible so I could paint and you won't see the lines. I'm gonna start painting now.
Were you also drinking rum down here? Just as quickly, her expression changed.
Stop painting for now. I'm probably gonna come back to this once it's dry. But this is my cake so far. With watercolor though, like you have to wait for everything to dry so you can do like the details. So this is just the base. But then once this is all dry, you can go in and do a second layer to do like details and shading and stuff. So I have to leave it at this for now. And I'm gonna clean all this stuff up. But that was so therapeutic. I was doing that for an hour and 35 minutes. It is such perfect weather too. This is so nice. The next hobby that I have that is very obvious because you're watching a video right now is obviously making videos. I love, even aside from YouTube, like sit down vlogs and stuff, I like making more like aesthetic content, like video compilations with music and like things like that. Like I really enjoy doing that kind of outside of YouTube, like just for fun, like coming up with ideas and editing them, even though editing takes me forever. I've recently decided that I want to, all I do is the most basic editing. Like I use iMovie, which, there's a fuzz in my face. I use iMovie, which is like the most basic free editor ever. You can only do like basic jump cuts, which is really all I need for my videos. But over like the past year, I just want to like level up. Like I want to try to become like a really good editor and like have cool fonts and transitions and well, I don't know what else you could do because you can't really do anything on iMovie. So over the past year, like contemplating if I should switch to Final Cut Pro, but I knew I was gonna have to learn how to use that because it's like a whole new editing software. So that seemed really intimidating, which is why I am so excited because this is so authentic because I genuinely use it, that this video is sponsored by Skillshare. I love Skillshare. I think it's one of the most like genius website ideas ever. It is so helpful and beneficial, especially if you're someone trying to find new hobbies. This is literally, I couldn't think of a more perfect integration for this video. If you didn't know, Skillshare is the largest online community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, and so much more. And Skillshare just can help you take your career, hobbies, passions, whatever, to the next level. If you go on the website, they basically have any classes you can imagine. So you can learn any new hobby. If you want to master, like I am, Final Cut Pro, if you want to learn how to garden, if you want to learn how to bake a cake, if you want to know how to watercolor paint, literally endless options. Like it is so nice. I'll just spend time scrolling through there trying to develop new hobbies. I'm like, you know what? I should learn how to crochet. And Skillshare's learning paths are curated sequential class collections to help you master specific skills. So you're not just like doing it one time and like following a tutorial. It's like you're actually learning how to do something. I'm genuinely going to be taking Final Cut Pro classes on there. There's like a whole courses you can take on how for beginners to do certain transitions for like whatever you want to do. I'm very excited because I am going to be taking these classes. So if you see my content level up, you know why. It's because of Skillshare. And I'm very excited because the first 500 people that click the Skillshare link in the description will get 1 free month of Skillshare. So you can get started today. Click the link down below, the first 500 people. I feel like you could learn a skill in a month. As a girl that just wants to have as many hobbies as possible, and I think it's so fun to learn new things, like trust me, Skillshare is the place to be. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, the next thing I really love to do, I feel like this is more of a common thing, but I want to bake something. And I've had this recipe on my fridge for cinnamon rolls for probably 2 years, almost. Actually, probably a year now. So I'm finally gonna make this. This was sent to my P.O. box, and it's a cinnamon roll recipe, and today we're finally gonna be doing it. So I'm very excited. I just got back from the grocery store with all of our stuff. I got flour, needed whole milk, brown sugar, heavy whipping cream, cheese, and eggs. Everything else I should have had. We're gonna be making cinnamon rolls tonight. I don't know how long this is gonna take. I've never baked with yeast before. This is gonna be the first time. Yeah, I'm also gonna follow a TikTok recipe, I think. Breaking my no social media rules. I'm gonna follow a TikTok recipe just so I can watch someone doing it too, because that helps me a lot more than reading it. I also got unflavored dental floss to cut cinnamon rolls with. That's such a genius idea. Something about baking is so soothing, and then the best part about baking is getting to eat a sweet treat at the end of it all. Like, I feel like a lot of time with cooking, I'm so hungry while I'm cooking that I can't even enjoy the process, whereas baking is more like an extra treat. So you're not like starving while you're doing it. Like I already ate dinner. But yeah, let's make some cinnamon rolls from scratch. Our first step is making the dough. I think you make the yeast mixture after, I don't know. Every time I make a video like this, I get so sad that I can't play music my videos without them getting taken down, because now I just have to be here in silence. Half a teaspoon of salt. Combine milk and butter together in a heat-proof bowl. My laundry's ready. I'm multitasking. This is probably the most peaceful Saturday I've ever had in my life. Oh, I'm gonna add the yeast. I've never done this before, but it just says whisk in the yeast until it has dissolved. This is crazy that this is like a living organism, right? Is it, or am I crazy? When I think of a living organism, I think of like weird things that swim in a lake. Like bacteria or something. Just going in. Add the egg. Oh, I should have cracked it on the table. Did you guys see that movie? The Florence Pugh, Andrew Garfield movie? We Live in Time or something? I went and saw it and I did cry. Oh, this is dry. And I am watching an old Zoella Vlogmas as I do this.
For anyone that knows when it's...
That is formed into a giant ball. Then it's just to transfer onto a lightly floured surface. So I put out this cutting board here. And then using floured hands, knead the dough for 3 to 5 minutes. You should have a smooth ball of dough. Well, I'll be kneading and watching this video. Okay, I've been kneading it for like 5 minutes, and now it says to just put it in a bowl, cover loosely. I was just mixing up the filling. There's butter in the microwave. Now we take the dough. It says to roll it out. I somehow still don't have a rolling pin. I thought I bought one and I can't find it. So I'm using this wine bottle that I just had to wash. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. This is cinnamon, brown sugar, and butter all mixed together. We get to roll it into the shape, which I'm excited to like cut it with the dental floss and stuff. And then I think that's when we have to let it sit for like an hour. Perfect. Roll up to make a 14-inch log. So we have to go this way. This is where we get serious, because we get the dental floss out. Actually, maybe I should get the pan. I'm gonna put them in first. Slide it under. Whoa. Look, it's perfect. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now. I didn't know it was gonna look that good. Let's make our first one. This is so satisfying. Here's our first cinnamon roll. Right into the pan. My kids are gonna hate to see this recipe coming, because I'm gonna make it for every holiday now. Christmas morning, hell yeah. Actually, imagine me getting up early just to do this after I already stayed up all night wrapping presents. So maybe I shouldn't promise that. Oh my God, I finished, and it's a perfect amount. They're literally perfect, so much better than I even thought they were gonna be. It says to cover the pan with a kitchen towel and leave them for an hour. So I'm gonna put them over here and we'll come back and bake them and make the frosting. Okay, it's been over an hour now. I've just been folding my laundry, but I haven't checked on these at all. Oh, they did actually get bigger. They're all touching now. Okay, then we put these in the oven for 24 to 27 minutes. And in the meantime, let's make the frosting. So I'm gonna make a cream cheese frosting. So I just take a block of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2/3 cup of confectioner's sugar, powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I totally just thought this was filming and then realized my SD card ran out of storage. But I made the frosting and I put it in this container. And then I just took out the cinnamon rolls. They look so good. They got a little brown, but I know they're gonna be amazing. So we're gonna taste test one. I'm not gonna put the icing directly on it because I know we're probably gonna have leftovers and I don't want them to get all soggy. So I don't know which one I want. They all look perfect actually, so. Oh, look at that. Oh no, I'm already peeling it apart. Now I'm gonna get some of my cream cheese frosting. I don't think I've ever been more excited to try food in my life. This has taken me almost 3 hours total. This is the best part. This is why it's so fun to bake, because you get to eat it right after. Oh, it's still smoking hot. Cheers. Oh my God. This is the best cinnamon roll I've ever had. Guys, this might have been the best thing I've ever made. No, this 100% is the best thing I've ever made. I love baking. I feel so accomplished because that I just made this, let alone that it's the best thing I've ever had in my life. Okay, well, that was amazing. And you know what the best part of this process was? I did all my dishes as I went, so there's no dishes left in the sink. One of my all-time favorite hobbies that I feel like a lot of people don't consider a hobby because they just consider it a normal everyday thing. But if you romanticize it and you do it for fun, it's a hobby to me. And that's going on walks. And right now I'm walking to go get breakfast. I'm going to like this little cafe. They have really good coffee, but I've never eaten there. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be a first impression. I'm gonna walk down this really cute little alleyway. See, this is how you make it fun. You find cute places to walk. Cause like, look at this. Like, look at the path. It's like a whole garden. Like, how cute. So I'm gonna walk down here. I think the cafe is gonna be at the end of this. I genuinely feel like the biggest difference for me, like living in Charleston, has been being able to walk places, especially downtown. Like, sorry, the sun. Living in a walkable place is just like the key to my happiness, and I learned that when I was in Brighton, and now I feel like I have to translate that for the rest of my life and find places that are walkable everywhere I live, because if I'm not here forever, I still need to be able to walk. Like, being able to just like walk to go get breakfast is so nice. And like these cute little alleyways, like, what? Nobody's here. I'm just minding my own business, listening to my music. Like, this is my like peace and joy time. I think I'm gonna get my breakfast to go maybe, or I might sit on the patio and journal after I finish eating. So we're almost there. This is what I'm listening to, Evermore.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy breeze.
Walking by the water right now. It is so nice. It's like windy. I hope you'll be able to hear me. It's like windy but sunny, and everyone's out. I love it here.
Of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows and
I was just coming in my room to do one of my hobbies that I didn't even realize was a hobby. I was about to just do it authentically, and then I was like, wait, I need to film this for the video because I forget that this is even a hobby because it's something I've been doing for so long, and it's like once a day really quick, but it is a hobby, and that is learning Spanish. I have been in Spanish class since I was in first grade, and then I stopped for a few years, and then I did all of high school, and then I didn't do it in college, and I wish I would have kept up with it in college because I used to be really good at it, and then I didn't keep up with it in college because it wasn't a requirement. But then in, I think 2022, I started doing Duolingo, which is like an app where it's like games kind of to help you learn a language. And I've been doing it ever since. I had a like 600-day streak or something crazy, or 500 days, and then I lost it because I was on a cruise and I had no service. And I was so upset because if you have a Duolingo streak, like, you know how important it is to keep the streak. Like, if you lose the streak, like, all the motivation to keep learning is gone, at least for me. So I took a break. I took like a month off, and then I was like, you know what, I need to start a streak again. So I'm back, and my streak is at 204 days of learning Spanish. So it was 500 days and now it's at 204. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a level right now. Most of the time it's just like learning verbs and conjugations and words. I really like the levels where it's like a fun little game, but I'm not on a game right now. I'm currently learning the gusta, like I like whatever, that's what I'm learning right now. But it's just like this, like kind of like little test questions. I'm on a pretty easy level right now, and I try to get a perfect lesson. I'm learning conjugations of like, you are not interested in movies, and I have to know what conjugation of the verb to put there, and it would be interesson. Yay! It usually only takes like 5 minutes a day. It's not like you're mastering it. Like, I definitely don't feel like I'm fluent. I think if I wanted to be fluent, I would take like a real class. I do want to be fluent, but I'm not like dedicated enough to try to learn language right now. This is more just like the introduction stuff, the bare minimum to give you the basics of understanding. And when I knew my Duolingo was paying off was when, first, this is crazy, is when I was in Italy. We were staying up at Lake Como, and I started to be able to understand Italian a little bit. Like, I was eavesdropping on other people's conversations, and I was sort of understanding what they were saying because it was kind of similar to what I was learning in Spanish. And then I was like, wait, this is kind of crazy. I like have a basic understanding of what they're talking about, which I never realized how close those languages were to each other until I could understand. And then when I was in Barcelona, it was a little harder for me to understand because they have like a different accent than what I'm used to learning in Spanish, but I started to be able to understand it, and I could read everything. Like, I was reading the menus, I was reading things like signs, and I was like, oh my god, my Duolingo's paying off, guys. Like, I'm low-key bilingual. I'm not, but like, it felt like I was. It was really cool. And you do have to speak into it sometimes, and it will speak to you, and you have to be able to understand. So you do get like talking practice and listening practice. It usually just takes me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. Yay, I just got to day 205. I'm really determined to get to 1,000 days. So in a few years, if you hear me mention that I hit 1,000, remember this moment. It's kind of funny because I'm known in my friend group as like doing my Duolingo in the most like niche places. I do not care. Like, I will not miss a day. I've done my Duolingo in the middle of the Harry Styles concert pit while he was right in front of me on stage. I've done my Duolingo when I was in Ibiza on stage at a club with the DJ. I've done my Duolingo walking in the street at night on the way to a bar. I've done my Duolingo, I honestly think you can name any place I've done my Duolingo. At a restaurant, under the table. I've done my Duolingo, of course, every night when I'm at home. I'll do it in the movie theater if I turn my brightness all the way down and it's nighttime and I need to do it before midnight. I've done it in every place you could imagine. I also did it at the Taylor Swift concert. My friends literally take pictures of me doing my Duolingo because now it's just like a known thing that I'll always be doing it. Like, especially because like usually you go out at night, and then at night I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna be out past midnight and I haven't done my Duolingo. Like, I have no choice but to do it right now. So it really does keep you motivated having that streak. Like, there's no skipping a day. You could like pay for a streak freeze for 1 day, but I'm not about that. I'm loyal to the streak. Okay, remember when I told you guys that you're allowed to be bad at your hobbies and you're not gonna be good at everything, and it doesn't matter because you're just trying to have fun. You're just trying to find little ways to make your life better. You don't have to be an expert at it. You don't have to be perfect at it. It's just for fun. I need you to remember that as we go into this next hobby. I decided earlier this year that I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. I have not actually pursued it. I haven't taken any lessons. Maybe I should do that on Skillshare. That's actually a really good idea. I haven't taken any lessons besides online, like random YouTube videos. I barely learn the chords. I just go right into learning songs. So I told myself I was gonna go back and try to learn chords instead of songs, but I was getting frustrated because my fingers don't move a certain way and I couldn't do certain chords, and I was annoying myself. So then I just went back to learning songs that didn't have that specific chord. I forget what chord it was. Was it the F? I don't remember. I couldn't do it. But I don't want to get discouraged. I will be able to do it one day. But this is the guitar I have. I need to like sit down, obviously. Oh no, I just realized I just got my nails done and they're long. They're so long. You can't play the guitar with nails. Okay, well, you're just gonna have to take my word for it, or maybe I'll find videos I've taken on my phone and include them, because yeah, I can't hold down a single chord with nails. This is why all musicians have short nails. Oh, I'm so stupid. I should have waited until after this video to get my nails done. But yeah, first song I ever learned was Fine Line by Harry Styles because it was really easy. Then I learned Smaller Acts, which is a little bit harder, and I still can't, I think that's a dryer. I still can't do the whole thing. I can only do like the intro, but I definitely can't do it with my nails. Oh my god, I'm just trying to do it even right now, and I'm pressing 3 chords at once because my nails are so long. I wanted to show you guys. This is one of the ones I was proud of. I feel like a guitar is something I've always wanted to be able to learn, and I've never actually pursued it because I always thought it was way too hard. And honestly, it's 1,000,000 times harder than I even thought it was. Musicians and like Taylor Swift, like people that play the guitar while they're on stage performing, make it look like it's second nature, the easiest thing in the world. They don't even think twice about it. Meanwhile, when I'm doing it, it takes 100% of my focus, let alone singing at the same time you're playing. I know it's obviously something they learned when they were really young and like it comes with practice, but holy shit, it's so much harder than ever I ever imagined. But anyway, I'm not gonna be able to play and I'm really sad because I wanted to actually show you. Or maybe I'll try to insert clips of me playing if I can find any. I guess that also goes into piano. I have learned so many songs on the piano throughout my life. I grew up having a baby grand piano in my house, which I'm obsessed with, and I every day fight the urge to go on Facebook Marketplace and buy one for the house. Maybe one day, but there's no place for it here. Like genuinely, there's no place. Anytime I'm back at my parents' house, I play, and it's so fun. I do have a keyboard in my room, but it's just not a good one. It's not weighted keys and it just sounds bad. So yeah, piano is something I also really, really love. Maybe I'll try to find clips of me playing that too and insert them here. Because that is a hobby I've had for probably 10 years now. I'll always just look up tutorials on how to play random songs, and then piano has always come more naturally to me, way more natural than guitar. With piano, I'll be able to hear a song and kind of know how to play it. And I've learned like New Year's Day by Taylor Swift, Someone Like You by Adele. I've learned a bunch of One Direction songs because that was the phase I was in when I first started learning. Falling by Harry Styles, All of Me. I know a lot of songs on there because I used to, like, back when I was at home and I had the nice piano, I could just like pick up playing whenever I wanted, and now I can't really do that, but that is another thing that I really love doing. That was kind of a fail because I wanted to show you my new musical talents. I say that very loosely, and I can't because of my nails. Obviously, you guys know that my main hobby and why I literally haven't talked about it in this video yet somehow is reading. My entire house, it's covered in books and that's like the basis of my entire YouTube channel, so you guys already know that. I'm currently reading Caraval. This is the book club book on Patreon, and this book is so much different than I thought. It's like magic fantasy, which I've never read before. Like, it's kind of reminding me of like The Wizard of Oz or something. Like, it's weird, like probably 40% in, like almost halfway. And there's a little bit of a romance, I think, starting. I can't tell, it's definitely not like the main plot, but yeah, she's currently in this like weird magical fantasy land. They're in like this game, it's crazy, but this is what I'm reading right now, and this is our book club book, so we've been discussing it over on Patreon, doing chapter updates. So I'm gonna continue reading this today. If you're wondering how I spend most of my time, it would be exactly like this, in this exact position. I've been reading, how far in now? I'm on chapter 23 of my book, page 233, and I just thought I would update you and tell you that this is where I've been, because this is what my life majorly consists of. I usually read for like 3 to 5 hours a day, which sounds insane, and I know it is, but it is a big part of my... What the hell is on my hand? What is that? Why is there like neon colors on my hand? Anyway, usually I'll read just before bed. Like, usually it'll be like the last 3 hours. Like, I'll usually get in bed at like 10 p.m. and read until I fall asleep, and it'll usually be for like 3 hours. But like sometimes I'll have like an extra hour or two throughout the day where I can just sit and read, especially if I have my Kindle with me. I'll go to the bathroom for 2 seconds and I'm reading my Kindle. Like, I just sneak in reading whenever I can, and also listen to audiobooks. Reading is definitely my biggest hobby. I feel like I didn't highlight that as much in this video because everybody already knows that, but yeah, this is where I've been. I also feel like something that I do a lot that I don't really talk about doing, but I do it almost every day. Actually, that's not true. If I'm going through something, it's every day, multiple times a day. If I'm happy, it could go weeks without this happening because for some reason I only journal when I'm like going through something. I don't know why. I feel like I only write when I feel like I need to, and it's either like I'm going through something drama wise or friendship wise or just life in general, or if I have a crush on someone. Then I'm writing up a storm. But this is my journal. I literally just ordered it on Amazon, I think. I'm almost done with it. Like, I've almost filled it, and I'm gonna need a new one soon, but I love it because it's like, it opens completely flat, you know? And it has these bookmark things, and I feel like I never show me writing because I don't want to show what I'm writing, but I did go journal at a cafe earlier in this video. I fill these pages. Like, if something were to happen to me, whoever finds out first, I need them to burn and shred my journal. Burning isn't enough. I need them to shred it and then burn it, because I have every emotion and thought and feeling I've ever felt in there. But I get a lot of questions like, do you use prompts? Do you do this? What do you do? And I just want to say, I write as if I'm thinking to myself. Like, I write like I'm talking to someone, like I'm telling a story. I'll be like, it's been a while since my last update. This is what happened since. So basically, blank said this to me and I felt like this, and it's just weird because blah blah. Like, I talk very much like I'm talking to myself. It is a diary. So yeah, that's my journaling. I journal like very often. Like I said, filled that entire book, which is really cool because I started at the beginning of the year, which means I wrote an entire book pretty much by hand this year. My life story, my year written down, which I think would be really cool to look back on. I wish I would have done it in years past. I've never been consistent with journaling until this year. And it has been one of the best decisions I've ever made for myself. Like, it is so therapeutic. It's fun for me. And also, I'm such a memory hoarder and like I'm such a nostalgic person that like being able to go back and read exactly what I was feeling exactly in a moment, like I wish I would have this for my entire life. I wish I would have journaled in like 7th grade and been able to read a day in my life in 7th grade. So I know in like 20 years, when I'm in a completely different stage of life, I'm gonna be so grateful that I've written down all of my 20s and I can go back and read them in detail, like every emotion I felt. So I'm definitely gonna keep being consistent with it, and I really enjoy it, and I think it's so therapeutic and helpful and just like helps me vent. Like, sometimes like you just don't want to tell anyone your business and you just want to like get it off your chest. Like, it's never that serious. Like, you don't have to like vent to someone. You can just vent to your journal and then it's over with. That's kind of what I use it for. And I also write down memories, like happy things too. It's not all sad things or angry things. It's happy things too. But yeah, that's my journaling. It is nighttime now. I was about to just take off my makeup and I thought I might as well just end this video here. Because I think that was about all my hobbies. I feel like I have a few random other ones that I could have included, but those are like the main ones I feel like I have, that like is how I spend my most free time. I had so much fun doing this video though, because obviously it was just all the things I love doing anyway. So this kind of inspired me that I might want to do like a part 2 to this video, but trying new hobbies. And I was thinking like jewelry making. I want to go horseback riding. That's an old hobby from my childhood. You guys know I used to be a horse girl. Actually, I don't know if you know that. I've talked about it on TikTok. I used to be a big horse girl and I miss it so much. So I want to get back into that. And I just want to like do like maybe things I used to do when I was young, like maybe go to an open gym, because I did cheer my entire life, and like try new hobbies. So I think that could be really fun. If you want to see like a part 2 to this video but it's new stuff, let me know. But this video was so much fun to make and I hope it inspired you. If you've been looking for new hobbies, if you have similar hobbies to me and you wanted to just do them with me, I feel like being in your 20s is about figuring out who you are, and a big part of figuring out who you are is outside of work and school and your friendships and relationships. It's like finding out who you are alone, and hobbies are such an important part of that. I think hobbies and travel are like the 2 best things you can do for yourselves in your 20s. It's just spending time with yourself, honestly. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can follow me on my other social medias. They're all linked down below as always. I post aesthetic photos of everything I do, so if you like this video, maybe you'll also like it on there. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. It's gonna be my birthday video. Bye!